If you're a basketball fan like I am, you've probably been watching the NBA Finals recently. Well, you listen to the announcers and they'll talk about how basketball is as much a fourth quarter game as it is a first quarter game. If you can come out in the first quarter and bury a team and get a big lead, you know, it's a lot easier to support a lead than to be playing comeback all game for 48 minutes. Just as in the fourth quarter, you know, if the game's close, you got to be able to finish off your opponent. You got to be able to put them away at the end to win the game. Well, paintball is the same way. Paintball has been said that you can win the game in the first 30 seconds, which is completely true. And that comes down to fundamentals once again. The fundamentals of being able to sweet spot players on the break is what helps you gain advantage immediately as soon as the game starts. You want to be able to turn, put accurate lanes down so you can try and shoot as many as the opponent's front players, back players, whoever you deem the easiest player to shoot on the field, and try and get a couple of those guys off right away. In the same sense, you got to be able to close out a paintball game once you are up on numbers towards the end of the game when you got to finish it, time's running down, or you just have the advantage on the field, you need to put the other team away. So the fundamental we're going to talk about now is sweet spotting. You want to be able to have a good stance in the flag station, to be able to just turn and develop muscle memory to get used to turning and shooting a lane and shooting targets accurately with your first stream of balls. Players only have a few seconds on the break to turn and get a good lane down, and hopefully a player will run directly through the lane of paint that you've laid down because of your field walking, where you figured out that these are the most important bunkers and players are most likely going to run to those spots. So how we're going to work on sweet spotting is standing at this flag station and turning and shooting a target repeatedly for just our first stream of paint. So we're going to simulate the breakout and just keep running breakout drills over and over again, getting used to turning and sweet spotting our opponents. We're going to use the same stance as we do in sweet spotting as we do in snap shooting. So I'm going to start with my gun on the station, an athletic stance with my knees bent, and my gun shouldered, my head up on the target, so that when I turn my gun and begin my motion, after I've shot my stream, I'm ready to go in my bunker and play paintball. So as you have the gun in front of you, you turn and you shoot the lane. And you just get real comfortable, just bringing it up. Nice and slow, nice and casually, and making sure that your first stream goes directly where you want it to go so that you can continue it and then get into your spot and play paintball. So as you would go into the game, after you turn, shoot your lane, you're going to come up, and you're already in position to start playing however it is that you're going to play. Always practice with both hands because you never know what side of the field you're going to be on. One of my most favorite drills that you might recognize from Dynasty Dissected 2 is the slalom course. And basically what we're doing with that is we're zigzagging in between bunkers, running to each bunker, pulling up and shooting a target at the next spot. What this does is help practice running, sliding, pulling up and shooting things with your first shot, as well as changing hands and being able to remember to run with your gun up as you move from spot to spot. It's a good conditioning drill, it's a good accuracy drill, and it's a good positive habit forming drill as well. Another thing we can do is incorporating our sweet spotting drill in with the slalom drill. And basically what we're going to do is start off on the flag station the way we probably would to start a game, take and shoot our first stream into the opposing flag station. So we'll start with that and we'll go right in. Ready? Man, I'm showing I'm tired after doing that 777 times. Yeah. You ever see Trevor from Badlands? That's exactly what he looks like. He's a crazy little freaked out Canadian guy just running around. You see him, he running around all the tournaments. You go to the tournaments, you see a little crazy little maple leaf guy running around. He's only about, that big, you know. You see him, he run by the floor, you feel a little tickle, something runs just by me. That was Trevor, man. Them little Canadian dudes, they're sneaky, crazy, dude. Look at that moment. Man? You think that dude, they didn't check his passport when he came into the Estados Unidos? I think not, man. You gotta watch out for these dudes. They're crazy. Sneaky, dude.